Well, welcome back to Toyota Sports Talk. It's the best time of the year. Mystics basketball is back. We've got some new faces, we've got some returning faces, and it's always good to sit down with Shakira Austin. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Doing great. You're back better than ever.
Yes.
How was the off season? I'm sure a busy one.
Yes, it was my first true off season, being healthy and working on my game, working on my conditioning, and I was part of the inaugural season of Unrivaled, so it's been fast. It's been a lot going on, but I appreciate being able to stay stateside and just work.
That's awesome, and we're glad you're back healthy. That
Yes.
was the big thing we wanted to talk
Yes,
about,
Lord.
and you stayed healthy through the whole Unrivaled League. We were all keeping
Yes.
our eyes on you. Let's talk about Unrivaled really quickly. The Lunar Owls, such an incredible experience in that year one. What was it like for you?
It was amazing, just being able to soak up as much knowledge as possible. The girls that I was surrounded by are just top tier. The talent, the energy, and just the focus is something I'll be able to take with me, here. They really showed me what leadership looks like, and coming into this season, I'm expected to be a leader and help these girls come up and do what DC's supposed to do. So I'm excited, and I learned so much from them.
It's a little bit of a different year this year. There's a lot of new head coach, new GM. We've got an incredible rookie class, a fresh start for everyone. How excited are you to really hit the ground running this year?
Yeah, I feel like the timing is just perfect for me, coming off of this past season and, wanting to show more, wanting to be healthy. It's really everything that I've needed, and from the coaches, the organization, the staff, and just the team coming in, the new energy. I'm excited. It's so much that DC has to offer, and I want to show it what we can do. I
want to dive in, of course, your specific game, but I got to ask you about head coach Johnson. You mentioned the new and everything here, a new style, a new brand of Mystics basketball. What can you tell us in that regard?
He's just come in and he's really set the standard for what culture should look like. Him and Jamila as our GM, they've really revamped, the foundation for us, and that's really what we needed more than anything, was to just set the culture, show what, the foundation looks like, and trusting that, you're giving us a safe space to really show that we're more than basketball players, we're humans, and I think in return that's going to show way more than, just trying to speed past wins. Like, they're truly teaching, they're showing, what the levels are supposed to look like, and they're not skipping any steps. So.
Everyone who has sat in this chair today has said that Johnson is a girl dad who cares about you.
He's such a dad.
Such a dad.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good thing. Why not?
It is.
You mentioned the culture. How would you really describe this culture, essentially here on day one?
We're just here to compete, We're not, built up with the strongest roster. We have such young girls coming in that are going to hold a lot of responsibility on whether we win or lose some days. And, that can be a lot of pressure, but I truly feel like everyone we've brought here is built for it. And, this is the perfect experience and opportunity to get drafted to a place that will allow you the space to grow, that is resetting, and like I said, the culture that they've set for our standard just makes us feel like this is a safe space. So I'm excited that they get that as their first experience being a pro. So.
Yeah, and I can say all of the rookies that have sat here have said that they're lucky that you're here because you are a great leader and a great person to learn from off and on the court. But you mentioned it, you're going to be forced into a different kind of leadership role a little bit. Something you're embracing is what it sounds like.
Definitely. We all are, looking at Steph and Slim, they're not people who were expected to come in and be these leaders to lead this young group, and that's what we have to do now, and we want to win. We want to do whatever it takes, so we have to teach. We have to share as much knowledge as possible so that when we're out there, they're just as prepared as a 10-year vet. So we're going to do everything we can to make them great and to make sure that we set the standard as well.
Well, seeing you back on the court healthy is something a lot of people are going to be very excited to see this year. 100% healthy, are you back and ready to go?
100%.
We love that.
Healthy. I'm falling around everywhere. I'm healthy, and that was the biggest thing I feel like from Unrivaled was I was able to see that my body can withstand a lot.
Test it a little bit,
So I'm excited. That was an even faster paced game. So coming into 5-on-5, I really feel like I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Did you gain a new perspective having to sit out? I know it's got to be tough mentally, and you kind of learn a little bit about yourself as a person and a player having to sit out.
Yeah, I mean, I can't express anymore how much I've learned being on the sideline, and it sucked. Like, I wanted to be out there so bad, but I was really able to change my perspective and kind of visualize myself out there instead of kind of learning through it as I was on the court. Like, I was really able to learn from other people's mistakes, or even when I just watch games now, it's from a different perspective of, like, not so much a fan just watching, but I'm like, ooh, what would I have done in that situation, or, you know, what should they have changed, or what is the scout? What are they trying to? You become
kind of a student of the game a little bit.
Definitely.
When you really kind of have to break it down from a different angle. Yeah. Mentally, though, I'm sure it made you so much tougher.
Oh man, I can't thank God enough for, you know, that was the biggest challenge I really went through in my life for my career, and it's battle tested me so much, but the lessons I've learned about my body, about trusting myself, about, you know, what it takes to last in this career. Those are all things I'm learning at 23 and 24 years old, and some people don't learn that till their 30s. So I'm appreciative of this lesson, and I'm hoping it's in the past, and I can just keep moving forward and take the gems I've learned.
Yeah, we're keeping it in the past. We're saying that right here. We're not even going to talk about it anymore. Was there something now you really want to focus on, hone in on, really sharpen this season when you do get back on the court?
Yeah, I want to just play at my pace. You know, I don't want to be sped up. I'm a player who is a lot faster than most post players, and definitely bigger than guards. So I'm kind of like that floater in between, but I really want to be able to use my skills in the right places. Like, I hear from the coaches so much that I have so much in my toolbox, but for me, I don't just want to go out there and just, you know, hit every button and, you know, just unleash everything. Like, I want to show that I can do it efficiently, make the team better, and in turn win games.
Yeah, this is year 4 for you, correct?
Year 4 minus 2.
Hard to believe a little bit, but you look back to maybe even your rookie yourself, and I'm sure the girls on this team, it's easy to kind of look back and say, hey, I was that not too long ago. You look back at that growth you have experienced, the stuff you've gone through, what this team has gone through, what this franchise has gone through. How much have you seen yourself grow over this time span?
Yeah, I mean, it's been 4 years, and it really feels like it's been 1 to 2 years, but in the same time, I've picked up so much knowledge, like from having a championship caliber team with Elena and Ariel and Tosh, you know, to now seeing a rebuild and seeing, you know, a fresh start for an organization that I just got drafted to. It's been exciting, and I'm just really pumped up. I'm ready to showcase what we can do and just get this thing going.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are ready to. And being in this environment with the fans back, I mean, that has to mean something special, especially being back in the arena.
Oh, yeah.
Game day's coming up soon.
Yeah, it's coming so fast. And, you know, I really appreciate our fans. They bring that energy, and DC deserves good sports. You know, it deserves good basketball, and that's something I want to be able to establish for us.
If you can say one thing, and I know it's early on in the season, day 1 essentially, if you can say one thing, this is what Mystics basketball is going to be this season, then what is that going to be?
We're going to compete. Like, that's something that just keeps ringing in my ears, is we're going to compete. You know, we're going to come out there. We're not going to worry about, you know, which team is better or, you know, who we're going against. We're really just focusing on setting the standard for ourselves and knowing that we have to give 120% every night. So.
And it's an exciting time to play in the WNBA. I mean, I mentioned it with the rookies and everything. They're bringing in eyes. This league is reaching new heights. I mean, I'm sure you feel that as a player as well.
Definitely. I mean, it's popping. W is popping. We're where we need to be. So, you know, we appreciate all the new fans that are coming, you know, good and bad. At the end of the day, it's what keeps the transition going. You know, the trend is up, and we're not going to stop right now.
Yeah,
so.
If you didn't know, now you know, is
now
essentially what we're saying. We love it. Shakira Austin, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
All right, stay with us. More Toyota Sports Talk coming up in just a little bit.